YouTube, it's your boy Barcode. I'm back with another video. Episode 9, Fix Your Account. We are on our friend Sutek's account, and we're going to hopefully help him with Void Tower Hard, Ash 12, and Tulpa 12. We got a new rotation in Void Tower, and we got a small summon session for you. If you like my content and you like this video, hit that sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell dingy ding thing so you know when I post a video. Let's get to it. Alright, first and foremost, the new Void Tower Hard rotation. We got new rune marks, and this is going to be different. At the beginning of each round, the enemy gains 1 stack of Blessing of the 7 Gods, max 7 times. So what this mark does is when the enemy is at 7 stacks, it will apply a stun to every hit that the enemy does. You can't remove it, you can resist it, but this mark pretty much makes it so that when you get higher up and you get harder levels, you're not going to be able to go full tank meta like we did in 2 rotations ago. Obviously, last rotation you definitely couldn't do tank, but this one it's really just kind of going to have to see. You're going to have to kill the enemy before the 7th round before they start permanent stunning you. Also, when you get the Void Tower Hard, there is another mark that I have seen on my account that they get a buff of 50% defense. If they are stunned or taunted or whatever, crowd controlled, that mark is negated and it won't work. So I think we're going to be able to use like a little bit of tankiness to Void Tower and Void Tower Hard, but also you need to kill them fast. So we're going to have to play with the elements of the enemy, maybe bring in a tank or 2 for the enemies, and also bring an opposite element of damage dealer so that you can nuke them before the 7th round. Unfortunately, since it's a new, fresh rotation, I'm not going to be able to farm the Void Tower for you. It would just take too much time to get there. So let's talk about some tanks that you can bring that the enemy can attack you, but then you bring the opposite element for a damage dealer to nuke them down. So like I said, you really want to nuke them down before the 7th round. So you want to bring some tank supports that'll support your damage dealers plus survive all the damage that the enemy brings. I would probably say go with like 2 tanks or supports and then 2 damage dealers. If there's a lot of wood enemies, there's a lot of options you bring with water. But obviously the best tank in the whole game that is water is our boy Charles. Everybody should have a built Charles at this point. He's by far the best tank in the game. So you bring Charles, and then you can even bring a Hackern if you want to. Or you bring Blackhorn. Those would be my 3 top water tank supports to bring if there's a lot of wood enemies. If there's a lot of water enemies. And if you have Brand, bring a Brand. If you have Bruzak, bring a Bruzak. Bruzak is really good, and he can also bring the Taunt. The Taunt will help remove that 50% defense. And one of my favorite elites that's tank that's good for fire is Marion. She is a really good tank, especially on manual, which you will be doing in Void Tower Hard, for the most part. Now, if there's a lot of fire enemies, because you have 7 rounds before the permanent stun, I think Desmond is a really good option for Void Tower and Void Tower Hard. You'll have his 7 rounds to stack his Plague. You build him tanky anyway, and on Revival. He's going to be a huge tank DPS against these fire enemies. 2 other options to bring is our boy the Turtle Roger. You guys know what he does. And also one of my favorite elites that I use all the time on my elite only account is Anna. You build her high HP, she's got invincibility, and she does damage based off of her HP. A really good bruiser to use. Now obviously for your damage dealers you're going to need high speed and Void Tower Hard. I'd shoot for like at least 160 speed. You're probably even going to need even more. But obviously depending on everyone's progression, if you can't get that speed then you want to use Windstrex. But if you play the elements right, it won't be too big of an issue. Last Void Tower Hard was ridiculously hard. This one's going to be a little bit easier, but I don't feel like the tank meta is back yet. But at least you can manipulate it somewhat. Alright, now we're going to think of some teams for Ash 12 and Tulpa 12 for Sutek. We got a second Ascension Natalia, so that's going to be perfect for Ash. You got William, you got Mary, and you got Santhus. I'm going to build that team for Ash just like my team is built, and you won't have any issues at all. For Tulpa 12, regarding your current situation in Heroes, it's going to be a little bit harder. But I feel like we can do this. You only have 1 fire hero that is 6-star. You have Zitlin, which is great. You have Bran, which is great. You do have a Hector. I also see your Arak is down there. He should definitely level level him up. And you have a Cyrus, which is good. Both Arak and Cyrus is at 4-star. And it looks like I got lots of food to be able to do what I want to do. But first, let's do this small summon session. Sutek has 30 advanced summons, and hopefully maybe we'll get a little bit of luck here. I'm hoping for something good that'll help us in the progression of Ash 12 and Tulpa 12, or maybe even Hard Tower Void, whatever. But here we go. 2-star, 2 rings, just an epic. What are we gonna get? A Kubi, alright, that's really good. Kubi is awesome. He's really good for like Gemini 12, Queen 12, even Witch, he's really good. And that's your first one, so congratulations. Let's go to the next 10 times. See what we get here. Hopefully we get some rings. 1, 2, okay. And the third, no, just 2. And we got, perfect for Ash 12. Perfect. I like it. Lord Rec, okay. You don't see a lot of Lord Recs around, you know? And people don't use him too much. He's a really good arena, I feel like, but it's not good enough, you know? 1, 2, and I got, alright, some more epics. Let's see what we get. Hassel, okay, another dwarf for cart. Man, we just got 3 dwarfs, so yeah. I'm going to unequip all of your gear to your heroes, just so you're aware, so we can focus on your dungeon runs, because dungeon runs are the most important. We're going to start with Ash, because Ash, I feel like, is the best dungeon, and it's the quickest dungeon. I'm going to first start out in gearing out your Natalia. Alright, your new Natalia has 4200 attack, 96 crit rate, and 246% crit damage. 122 speed, which is perfect for Ash 12. She's not on Cursed, but she really doesn't need to be. You're going to be using William, so along with William's counterattacks and her main attacks, you'll be doing just fine. Plus, it's going to be a speed run with Mary anyway. Alright, Santis, I have her on Cursed. She's only 5-star, not sure if we need to 6-star her yet, but we'll see with the Ash 12 run. 15k health, 1300 defense, 94% focus. Alright, William at 5-star, I have him on Revival and a Broken Set. 14k health, 1300 defense, pretty much the same as Santis. 154 speed, which will go after Santis, but before Mary, which is important. 87% focus to land that defense break on his ultimate. I forgot to send Natalia. Plus 15 speed, pretty good. So that makes her faster than I want her to be. I slowed her down a little bit. She has a little bit better stuff now. Tiny bit more attack too. Also have Mary on Revival set. She's on Warrior set, but it doesn't really matter. That was just the best way to get her the speed that I wanted, which is 149. 8k health is not a lot, but the way I play this, you will see you use the Revival spell and it works out perfectly. She obviously needs to be glyphed, so I'll see how far we can get that. Now I did glyph her, which increases her speed to more than I wanted, so I do have to fix that. She's at 162. She needs to be around 150, 149-ish. I see you farm a lot of Queen because a lot of your gear's only Revival and Warrior and Curse. So that's okay though, it doesn't really matter. I did slow her down to 152 speed, which is perfectly fine as long as your Natalia is after the boss and before the ads. And also after William and Santis, which she is. Let's push this Ash dungeon. We should easily be able to do it. So in this, I use a defense down spell, and I also use the revive spell, just in case Mary dies. Then she can come back, cleanse the bomb one more time, and use invincibility before she dies again. All right, let's go. Okay, so every single time, she's going to kill the waves easily, because she's always going to have a buff, either from William or from Mary. So she's going to get 2 extra buffs here, AoE the whole team, and they are dead. Perfect. Now this is stage 9, mind you, so they have lower defense. They're just going to get 1 shot regardless. So I'm going to push all the way up to Ash 12 for you, and then we'll get there and we'll see the progress there. All right, now for Ash 12, it's perfect setup, and you're going to see we're going to go from Ash 9 to Ash 12 in under 10 minutes. Let's go, baby. I'm telling you, I geared up his Natalia like a beast what she was before, and to now, it's just an incredible difference. If she was on Curse, that'd be even better, or maybe a full Warrior, it'd be even crazier, but Cursed, I like Cursed on Natalia, but that kind of can mess things up sometimes, but yeah, she'll clear all the waves in Ash 12, no problem. Alright, so here is the boss wave, Ash 12, here we go. So this is how my Ash team is set up as well. So I just turned Santis' skills off because, just because. It doesn't really matter. Defense break on everyone because William's got high focus. So we're going to counterattack here, get a poison up, do some damage, get a buff here with Natalia. She got the attack up, which is fine. So now we're going to go ahead and attack, kill two monsters, adds on the side, do some damage to the boss. Perfect. There's the bomb, and then Mary is now going to cleanse that bomb and give me invincibility, which is perfect. Half of the Ash's HP is now gone. Hopefully we're gonna kill at least 2 ads, and we did, so that's perfect. And now Natalia's gonna go finish off that last ad, so there's no more ads. They're not gonna attack us. 21% health. We got locked. 2 poisons on, 4 poisons on. That's 3, 6, 9, 12% damage. So here we go. She's gonna take down the 3%. Ash 12. Congratulations, Sutek. You can farm this all day long now, and it's perfect. I'm gonna collect your chest for you for Ash 12. 4-star and 20k jelly. Alright, Roy, Telpa 12 is what we're gonna be doing right now. And actually, to come to think of it, you really don't have any other gear unless you took the gear off of the Ash heroes like Natalia and put it on other damage dealers. So I'm not going to gear them out or do Tulpa 12 today. But if you use Brand and you also use Valeria will speed clear with the waves. She'll also do really good damage to the boss. And there's a couple different things you can do. And I'm going to leave this up to you because they all work. With Valeria and Brand, you can either bring a Hector, gear him out with high crit damage, preferably on Cursed, or you level up your Rock for sure. I would say Rock 100%. Rock is like one of my favorite epic heroes right now. He hits like a champ, especially when you build him properly. Just high crit damage, high crit, get him some attack, and he's good. So Valeria, Rock, Brand, and you can either bring Hector or you can build your Cyrus. Cyrus is really good as well. She's going to hit like a champ, but the problem is you don't have the gear, plus these heroes aren't really glyphed very much, and I don't have any more glyphs for you, so like to do Tulpa 12 for you in this video is probably not ideal, especially with the gear that you have. However, now that you can farm Ash as a speed clear 100%, you will be able to do it no problem. But really, I would not even focus on Tulpa 12 right now. Unless you want it for the achievement, that's fine. But you have a lot of things you can 6-star. And I would suggest just farming Ash 12 100% of the time and pushing towards Void Tower hard. That would be my suggestion. So that's it for today's video. Ash 9 to Ash 12 in about 10 minutes. If you like this video and you like what I do for my viewers, sub, like, ding-a-ding-a bell. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!